But we are so grateful, everyone, to be able to hold space this week. We know that last week, you know, it got real, really quick.
Real quick.
It was tumultuous, but family, we were together.
Yes, we were.
This family is connected, not only just by turmoil. We're connected because of our connection. We're connected because of the love that is in this space. We're connected because of the passion that we all have for Black liberation. Black liberation.
Black liberation.
Black liberation.
Black liberation.
We are connected because we really have our vision of freedom in front of us. Our vision of freedom is not something that is far away. It is not tied down by white supremacy. It is not adjacent to whiteness. Our freedom is ours because we will have our freedom. And it will not be tied down to any system.
No.
It will not be with the fucking police.
Hell no!
Abolish the police!
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 And set our people free.
And set our people free!
And set our people free.
And set our people free!
And set our people free.
And set our people free!
Because we are incarcerated even though we are not in prison. We are mentally incarcerated. We are mentally and physically enchained by so many racist, oppressive systems that even while we are fighting, even while we are out here as a community fighting and getting justice, they will still continue to harm us. They will still continue to literally put their knees on our necks every chance that they get. For some reason, we think that the enemy is going to change.
No.
For some reason, we keep thinking that they're going to change.
Hell
that
no.
they're going to be nicer next week.
They will never change.
Right?
We're going to make them uncomfortable.
That one of the genders is going to bring a Pepsi Cola. I don't know. What?
Okay.
Shalom.
Okay.
No, shalom. But truly, family, in this moment, we have got to accept, in this moment, we need to realize as a community that the police will never save us. The police are terrorists.
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 We learned at the end of March, a trans sibling was shot and killed by the police.
Shame.
And that precinct in particular, shame.
Shame. Shame.
A young trans man killed literally a block from their home.
Oh no.
There was no information. There was no, the family left almost a month now. March 28th. Almost a month now of no information. In the first reports, they said that they had a gun.
Always a gun.
Then, 2 weeks later, they had a knife.
Oh.
They were yielding a knife at the police.
Oh my goodness.
These are lies. These are lies. These are lies. The fact that black people, black and brown people, transgender people have got to continually fight. We've got to continually report everything. Everything.
Yes.
Because if we don't report it, if it's not something that is tangible,
It would never be true.
they will never believe it. They being white supremacy, they being whiteness at large within this country. That if this 17-year-old child did not report George Floyd's life literally being squeezed out of his body, we would still be out in the streets demanding justice for an acquitted trial. The police killed this young man. The police continue to kill our young people. They continually kill our black families. When they kill a mother, when they kill a son, they kill the entire family. They kill the entire family. There is no hope to be had with the police. There is no integrity to be had with the police. they must come down.
Yes!
They will come down.
Yes, they will come down. They will be brought down.
Bluetooth connected.
All right now.
Oh, so that's how he's doing.
Well, you know, just to punctuate. Girl, you gotta put your speaker on. This lady, I'm gonna turn that off. Hold on. Okay. John, that's your turn. Thank you. Black Lives Matter. We are out here, family, again this week in Brooklyn to hold space, to educate, to let this city and this entire world know that you cannot evade the revolution. You will not evade this revolution.
They will not evade this revolution.
You all cannot stay cooped up in your gentrified apartments.
No.
And think that you are doing something for the community. You cannot donate $20, or you cannot shop at the co-op and think you're making change. Oh, we go to the co-op. That is not change. The co-op is not feeding the communities that are the most undernourished. The fact that we are still fighting for food, for safety. Child safety is really at the bottom because, you know, we really won't get there. But security, solace. And while people are still going back home, they got vaccinated, so they're good now.
They don't have to care about people, I guess.
Who's good? I want to really ask, who is good? Are y'all good?
No!
You still believe?
Hell no!
No. In this country.
I never did.
Safe with the police literally and lead us away from us.
No! They kill us. Been worried about them killing me since I was 7 years old.
So as we are out here, while we are standing right here, the true freedom comes in the form of abolition. When we abolish the very systems, the very notion of white supremacy, when that is literally eliminated from our society, when it is eradicated from our society, when calling 911 is eradicated from our language, because this little angel called the police for help. 6 bullets they went for life.
Clear Brian.
What happened? Because that is what society will tell us, right? Well, who do we call when we need help? But when black people call for help, we are killed. When black people need assistance, we are shot down. When black people speak back, we are met with the end of their baton. When black people say we will not accept your brutality, we are not only called terrorists, but we are literally dogs. We are dehumanized. They will literally rip the clothes off of your body, family. We have seen it time and time again. They will not accept that who you identify as your truth. They will call you a man when their body cam is off.
But then want to feel around.
It'll make you want to spit in the face. Respect. That kind of ego, that kind of venom, because they are venom. They are venomous in this society. They are venomous to the people in this city and around the entire United States. That we are still fighting for freedom. 60, 70 years later, we are still fighting for freedom. Yes, we now have the ability to drink at any dry, dusty water fountain. Yeah, we can all go to the same school, but not really.
Not really.
But not really. are still systems in place that will not allow us all to get the same education. Because it's private, which means that it's coveted. And you somehow don't meet the bar, you don't meet the criteria for education in New York City. When the education is the key to our power, when that knowledge is the key to our future, when that knowledge is withheld from us, we as black people, black and brown people, our own knowledge, our own history is withheld from us again and again. We are told to know all of the amendments. We are told to recite all of the presidents. But do we know all the freedom fighters? Do we all know all of the Tuskegee Airmen? Okay, that's right. Do we know the black trans women in this country living right now who are working tirelessly to bring home the trans individuals unlawfully incarcerated, unlawfully kept in man cells? Do you even know how to reach out to them? That there is work being done right here to free our people. But that work will not happen on its own. Freedom will not come on its own. If we are stuck in our apartments, if we're waiting for the second vaccine, and then we're done. Then the liberation fight is over. Then we can go back to the way things were. The way things were. But the way things were killed us. The way things are killing us. And ultimately our future, we will all be dead. The black trans people you see in front of us, soon to perish.
You have to really kill me.
Statistically, we are soon to perish. Soon to perish.
I know how to do so.
And if it's not by the police, it'll be by transphobia. But ultimately, it will be by you. Let me be very fucking clear. It will be because of you all. The community, the city, the complacency, that will be the thing that will killed us. You will have hated in the greatest teardown of this entire country. Your silence will have killed us. Your fear will have killed us. Your trepidation will continue to kill us. Because you want to go so back to the way things were. Well, the way things were, oh, yeah, get your umbrella. Well, we know the forecast. We know the forecast. Rain or shine.
We outside.
We outside.
Can you hold this Starbucks for me for a second? I need to send an email on this other phone.
It's not cold.
Before we continue, I want to share something that a colleague sent to me today. She said, Qween, hold on, I'm going to show you the parasols. She said, Qween, you won't believe this. President Biden said, I have transgender people's back.
Oh, yes. Yes, the bitch got that.
Thank you.
Bitch, where? Where are you?
Biden has my back, family.
Where are you, Biden?
Wow. Biden has our back. Biden, if he really had our backs, he would not have chosen Kamala Harris to be vice president.
Here, 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 here.
Can we talk?
Yes.
Can we talk?
Yes.
Can we talk?
Yes.
President Biden, that you declare to America that you are going to support and fight for transgender people living in this country. That there are currently over 90 bills set in place. President Biden, if you really think that you have our back, if you think that you have our backs, you are sadly mistaken. You cannot have our backs when the very person next to you is responsible for the deterioration. President Biden, you have selected a co-captain of America that has continually been the oppressor for transgender people. In particular, trans women of color. Locked up, dehumanized, degraded, and left without any support. Left without your hormones, left without education, left without a phone call, literally left in the system. So how do you intend, Biden, to have my back? How do you intend to have my back when literally at this rate we are losing 2 trans women a week in the month of April?
Is that in your report?
How do you have my back, Joe? I can be
Good old Joe.
good old
The
Joe.
government needs to be listening. I hope they are.
You cannot have transgender people's back when you are continually hiding in the back. When you are hiding in the back, you can't help us. When you are reluctant to show support, you can't help us. When you are fighting to be the great American leader, you will not help us. Because a great leader does the work. A great leader shows up for community. A great leader would have ratified any law, any anti-trans law, anti-black law that is trying to be put through to kill the lives of young transgender people.
Say it again.
Because we know to kill, I'm going to say it again, you would not allow for these laws to be passed, for these systems to be put in place that will continually kill transgender people.
Where's the work, Joe?
Joe Biden, you have my back, but I don't trust you. You have my back,
I ain't never trusted.
but you will push me out of the way. You have my back, but you will step over it to say that you are doing something for our people. Because that is the reality. As black women in this country, our backs are continually broken down, stepped on, used as a pedestal for the people to do the work. To do the work. The work is not in declarations, the work is in action. Joe Biden, the work is in action. We don't need you to say you're going to do it. Fucking do it. Do the work! Liberate all of the transgender people locked up in jail.
Yes!
You got the executive power
You have
as the executive leader. Free our people. Free them now. If you can bring troops back home from Afghanistan, you can freely free the people in this country. And when they are free, Joe Biden, we're not asking for them to just be left alone again, right? Because we saw how that helped. Mic check!
Right there!
Mic check!
Right there!
We see what happens when the people are continually neglected. When we're neglected, we are left to do anything by any means necessary to provide, to support, and to sustain. So we will find ourselves back in jail. We will find ourselves back in the chains of white supremacy if there is no sustainable system. And we don't want your fucking systems. We need real care. Real care! People coming out of jail, they need real care. They need real opportunities. They need real fucking jobs. They don't need monitors. They don't need your probation. They don't need your fucking parole. Free them now.
They need support to get back into society. Make a living for themselves.
And they do not need for their records to continually follow them. To continually be an inhibitor to their success. Because you see, that's what happens. Right? You do your time to get out of jail, but then you really aren't afforded any real opportunities.
No.
Until your record, right, is expunged. Which could happen with a couple clicks. An email, you could actually send an email, Joe. You can have our back today. To literally exonerate the people that have been unlawfully incarcerated, that have been incarcerated because they had to survive, that have been incarcerated because the system tried to kill them. And they fought back. But when they start back, they're costing something. Because it ultimately will cost us something. This fight for freedom will cost us something. If this will cost you something, you are not fighting for freedom. If you are not fighting for freedom, you cannot say you're fighting for black church people if you are not costing you something. If your sacrifice does not leave a dent in your being. If you think you're going to continue harboring your fullness, harboring your privilege, and you're going to help us, you always have a mistake. You will always be mistaken. Because the systems have told you that's how you view us. And ultimately, family, the reality is black people, we are taught, we are literally ingrained with love. Mic check!
Mic check!
Mic check!
Mic check!
As black people, we are trained, we are conditioned to love you. We are conditioned to submit to you. We are conditioned to provide for you. Black women are providing for you. Our ancestors provided for you. Our black mothers fed your children. Our black mothers swept your floors. Our black mothers cleaned your laundry. They polished your silver. They folded your linens. And you did not fight for them. You did not protect them. You allowed them to go out into the streets into harm. Into the hands of the police. When they boycotted, did you pick them up? Did your ancestors fight for them? When they boycotted, when they protested, what happened? Churches were burned up. Leaders were shot down. And transgender people were erased. That is what happens in this country. That is what it should cost you. That is the only way we will get freedom. That is the only way we will get liberation. Is when it has completely costed you even your life. Your life. For freedom. We have all committed our lives every week. Yet somehow you think that you can go back home at 10 p.m., catch an HBO special, and do it all again next week. Thank you, Joe, for having me.